Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
Good evening, everybody. How we doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are having a great weekend. Great start to your weekend anyway, or, it's Saturday. It is Saturday. Sounded like it was storming, but I think that's just the wind or something. Let me double check just to make sure the internet's good. But yeah, no, it's not storming here. It just sounded like it. How's everybody doing? Let me get to the top, and I think my desk is down a little further than I usually have it. There we go. There we go. I saw Harlot was in here with the Cheez-Its, and I put some in the chat too. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Captain. Kathy was going out again tonight, it looked like. She's going out to see a band. I wish she would have told us what band. If she's still in here, maybe she will. And Catherine's going out too. Look at y'all, you having lives and stuff, How dare you? How dare you guys? Hey, Tony. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Willows. Good to see you guys. Hey, Princess. There's me in the chat. And hey, Crafty One. Right? Who wants to be? We only need like one. We only need one subscriber. So whoever wants to be that lucky one to hit the 20,000, now's your chance, or forever hold your peace. I'm letting you know. Hey, Colby, welcome in. Hey, Micro. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody in here. You don't know me, do you? Hey, I can't stay, but I'll be watching on the TV. I like that. Just finished the dishes. Time to chill and watch. I like that too. Hey, Frenchie. Hey, Mary Beth. This weekend, it's only been one day, but it's been nice. Like, I didn't want to, like, I didn't get up to pick up the house this morning like I normally do. Like, I didn't just jump out of bed and go run and do it like I normally do. And Vincent went in there and he cleaned, and I walked out and I was like, oh, there's nothing for me to really do here. So, okay. And then later on in the day, I made another little mess. Wasn't that big of a mess. I stepped away from it. My doctor told me, if you can learn how to step away from the messes, step away. And it wasn't a big mess. It was like a couple towels or maybe some clothes or something. And he picked it up. He said, well, you left your mess sitting there. I said, oh, he's turning into a me. He might be listening. Hey, Brian, welcome in. He's turning into a me now. Hey, baby girl. I don't know if I said hey to you, Frenchie, but hey, Frenchie. Hey, True Crime Lullabies. Oh, it stormed here last night real bad. You're tired, Mary Beth? Hey, Miranda. After I said Mary Beth, I had to, like, my M's. I had to reprogram myself there for a minute. Went to school with a girl named Miranda. Hey, Jessette J. Hey, Yvonne. It's good to see ya. It's good to see everybody. You have a new grandbaby born. Oh, congratulations. That's the best. That's the best. You know, you can give them back. You spoil them. You give them back. Where you been, Machachi? Been taking care. About to say, we missed you. Taking care of my mom and stepdad. My mom is struggling. My heart is broken. Oh, I'm sorry, Machachi. I know what that's like. Hey, Lisa, welcome in. He's cute. I bet he is so cute. What's his name? Oh, I love babies. I love babies. Remember when Cheryl was in the chat and her daughter had two? She had twins. Oh, it was exciting. Because we were here for the whole, like, pregnancy and through all of it, you know? She was here forever. Yeah, hit the like button. That would be great. Thanks for reminding me, Micro. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. We're literally, like, when I looked before the live, we were at 19,999, and I was like, really? So I'm like, maybe we'll hit that. We'll hit the 20,000 tonight. So I want to go over my notes with you guys, and I'm going to actually do some, what is put over a layover thing, overlay, whatever these things are called, these little things, even though it's like right in front of my face, because we're going to be talking about these ladies tonight. But we're going to be talking about Dylan Mortensen in particular. So welcome in, everybody. Hey, Jesse's girl, welcome in. Dawn's, he's a listener. But Dylan Mortensen is one of the two surviving roommates from the November 13th, 2022 University of Idaho murders, where 4 students that are pictured here, not all pictured, 3 of them are, Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Xander Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. They were stabbed to death in an off-campus house in Moscow, Idaho. Dylan, then 20, was in the house during the attack, but was not harmed. Yeah, twinsies. You're a grandmother to twins? They're 22 years old? Oh, I bet that's so cool. Hey, Claw. Is it Claw? Like Claude? Claw? I hope I'm saying it right. But according to the court documents, Dylan woke up around 4 a.m. to noises she initially thought were from Kaylee playing with her dog. She later heard what sounded like Kaylee saying, "There's someone here," and crying from Kernodle's room, followed by a male voice saying, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." Dylan opened her bedroom door multiple times, eventually seeing a masked man in black, described at least 5'10" or taller, with bushy eyebrows, walking towards the back sliding door. She froze in shock, locked her door, and she went down to, we know now she went down to Bethany's room, but I'll get to that. But she did not call 911 until around noon, roughly 8 hours later, after texting with the other surviving roommate, Bethany Funk, about the intruder. And she ended up in that room. So these texts were released in March, and they showed Dylan's confusion and panic, mentioning the man in a mask. So Dylan's delay, though, in calling 911 has sparked public scrutiny and online backlash, with some questioning her actions. Her stepmother, Patricia Monroe, defended her, noting that Dylan's survivor's guilt and the trauma of the event, emphasizing that she was a young college student in a terrifying situation. A lawyer for the Gonzalez family also called her a victim, stating the family held no ill will. Dylan's account of seeing the suspect believed to be Brian Kohlberger has been critical to the investigation, providing a description and a timeline of events. So, thank you, Machachi. Yeah, I feel bad for you. I am thinking of you, both of you and your mama. Like from Claudia. Okay, that's what I thought. No one framed his ass. Yeah, he's a nobody, especially if he's living in Washington. I mean, if he was in Pennsylvania, maybe he could get away with that argument. Like, I mean, a little bit. I don't think he still could, but I still don't think he could. But she did transfer from University of Idaho to another school and has largely stayed out of the public eye. We haven't really seen much of her or heard from her. But however, she was seen at a Halloween party in October 2023, prompting mixed reactions. Some defended her right to move on, while others criticized her for appearing to recover. So, hey, Angie, welcome in. And thanks, Monchachi, for the super sticker, the other super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Ashley, welcome in. I think that's all I had to tell you about her. But yeah, she is expected to testify. Dylan, I don't know about Bethany. I'm assuming so. But Dylan is scheduled to testify at Brian Kohlberger's trial starting August 11th. We don't know when her testimony will come in, but I'm thinking she's going to be one of the first people called up there. I don't know, just to get it out of the way in a way. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. But tonight we're going to cover the interviews that Dylan did with the investigators right after the homicides up until the grand jury, that when she gave her grand jury testimony, and that was May 15th of 2023. So before we do that, though, somebody emailed me and they asked me if I would play this video again. It's been a while since we played it, and I was like, sure, yeah, we could play it again. Why not? It is a... There goes the dog. She thinks Vincent's going to be home, and he's not going to be home for a few minutes. So, now the other one's out there. They're a team. I'm about to lock them out. Okay, so I'm going to play this for you, and then it's just like a replica. It's from the Sims game. Magnolia put it together. It's just what she envisioned, I guess, when she envisioned the house. When they go through the house and the different bedrooms, some of the stuff in the bedrooms, it does relate to like the victims. In one of the bedrooms, you'll see like not cowgirl boots. Sorry, like horses on a bed, and I'm assuming because the way the layout is in the house that's supposed to be like Maddie Mogan's room. It's a really sweet little video. So I'm going to play it. I'll play it at 1.25 speed, because it's just like a virtual tour, but it'll give you a little bit of a tour of, what the layout of the house looks like. And this was made 2 years ago. So this was made a long time ago. We'll get into the stuff. But yeah, it's not going to be like, this isn't going to be like to scale. It's just going to be like what she's envisioned, But it is really sweet. Okay, I'm going to, um I'm like, "Where am I at?" I do not know where I went there for a minute. I was invisible. Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to yeah, you should be able to chat if you're subscribed. Hey, Aries. Yeah, I don't know where I was there for a minute, like, I knew I went to hide behind the thing so you guys could see the full video, but I couldn't pull myself back up. I'm like, "Where am I at?" I was in, like, a alternate, universe there for a minute. But, that was the video that I wanted to show you guys. I feel like my camera is, like, I don't know, like, off tonight. Like, I'll fix it later, but, Hey, Lenora. Hey, awesome girl. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, Captain. I don't know if you saw me earlier say hi to you. But that's the Sims version of that house, which I thought it was really cute that Magnolia did that, which I didn't know that was Magnolia that did that video until recently. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know." I don't know why I didn't look. I just put the link in the chat and, went on about my business. But we'll watch this again at the end of the live if you're here. There's like certain things in certain rooms that I picked up even like watching this for like the fifth or sixth time. Like in Xana's bedroom, there was a football on the floor. On on the kitchen floor, there was a ball, like a dog toy. It was just like little things like that. I was like, that's really cute. Yeah, JLR's girlfriend. Yeah. I think this was before they were together, like, right before. Where'd you change your name from? Chris, why are you changing your name? Why y'all be changing your name? I'm just kidding. No one's changed their name. No one's really changed their name. Yeah, rapper, yeah. He's not. Yeah, I think I have him blocked under 15 different rappers. No lie. Okay, so let me pull this up. I was looking today on the Idaho judicial website, and I was checking to see if there were any updates for, or any documents that we, maybe wanted to read over. There weren't, but there was some hearings scheduled. So there is a hearing on the 21st of May, and it says hearing scheduled 10 a.m. It's sealed with Judge Hippler, of course, and it says discussion regarding role of victims. Not sure what that means. I mean, that would be nice to know. Maybe a lawyer could tell us. If anyone knows of a lawyer, let me know. Or if they hear it on a lawyer's YouTube, let me know. Because I mean, discussion regarding role of victims. I don't really know what that means. Then they canceled this jury trial because I was, old. And then they have a hearing scheduled. So we can see this one, it looks like. The hearing that's scheduled at 12:30 on the 16th of June. The 18th of June. And then there is the hearing that's scheduled 7:30, but that's going to be, I believe, jury selection. And then 8/11 jury trial starts at 8:30 a.m. to 3:30. He's having it 8:30 to 3:30 or 8:30 to 3. Oh no, mi amore. Man, maybe I should. I accidentally went into a live the other day underneath my unfiltered. I was on my phone or something, and I didn't realize I was on unfiltered, my other channel. And I went in and I was just talking away. And I was like, oh, wait. I was like, this is TitaniumBuilt. This is Tanya. Oh, he did go over him? I wonder what that meant then. Because this discussion regarding role of victims, I really don't know what that means. Like most of them, I can, kind of to deduce, kind of figure them out. But that one, I'm not sure. So maybe we'll get that figured out by the end of the live. Okay, let's see if I can. I'm going to have to present this and then do that. So, okay. I don't know why that does that to me. Yeah, baby girl, I just never really watched Chris McDonough for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't. I saw that he did like a 2-hour live. I can watch a 2-hour live. Maybe I can listen to it tomorrow at the pool. Speaking of which, I don't know if y'all can tell, I'm red as a little tomato over here. My chest is super red. I only laid out for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half today. I came home, Vincent was like, you look burnt. And I was like, I don't burn. I was like, I don't burn, baby. I don't burn. And then I went into the bathroom and I was like, oh, damn, got burnt. And it was 68 degrees outside. It wasn't even that hot. Well, ask for me. Because, I guess I could call my lawyer and ask him questions. I don't pay him anymore, though. I don't think he really care to answer them if I'm not paying him. But I'm like, I paid you enough. Actually, I didn't. I didn't get enough to pay him enough. He was that poor guy. He was so sweet. So this is the testimony of Dylan Mortensen. I spelled her last name wrong. On what she saw November 13th, 2022. Don't come after me. I just realized that. So November 13th, 2022 at 1:47 p.m. And this is going to be all of her statements. She made 5 statements in total. So let me actually go down here a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I thought I had something else written up there, but I didn't. But no, so she gave 5 different accounts, or not 5 different accounts. I'm sorry. 5 accounts of what happened, 5 different interviews. They had her, come in, tell her story, come in, tell it again, things like that. So whenever I read through these, I'm going to try to remember. I was going to get one of my whiteboards, my little whiteboards, but I'm going to remember what she keeps the same and what maybe she possibly changes, if anything. I don't know if she changes anything. I'm just Just throwing it out there. I know that she does say, though, in all of them, like she talks about, I believe maybe not the first one, but the rest of them, she does talk about the bushy eyebrows. So November 13th, 2022, which is the day, of the day of the homicides, they happened that morning, early morning hours. This is 1:47 p.m. that following morning. Detective Lawrence Mowry interviewed Dylan Mortensen. She reported she saw a white male she did not know, maybe my height, a few inches taller, skinny, athletic built, wearing all black, wearing this mask that covers just his forehead and here. So she must have been, I don't know where she was putting her hands, but that's what she was doing. She also reported, I'm 5'10", so he's probably around 6 foot, and didn't recognize eyes, but definitely a white guy. So that's the first report right after, everything happens. I can't say right after she finds out, because she didn't know, but she knew something was going on in that home. I just don't think that she knew it was that bad. I think she thought maybe somebody drank too much the night before. I don't even think her mind even went to an overdose, because I believe in my heart that those kids didn't do those type of narcotics and drugs like that. So that's just my personal opinion. Don't come for me for that. So then they, I guess, let her go home, let her leave. I don't know, but December 1st, 2022. So a couple weeks later, forensic interviewer Erin Williamson interviews Dylan. She describes the ski mask as, I couldn't see any of his hair, but I remember just seeing it was almost rectangular, not the circle ones. If anyone wants to play a drinking game, every time I say for Dylan Mortensen, take a drink, you'll be drunk in no time. I've read these a couple times. And I say though, so that's my thing. It was rectangular because I remember seeing just I don't know how to explain it. Just seeing this, maybe I'd be able to see a cross, but I don't remember seeing his eyes, but I feel like his eyes were there. I could just see an eyebrow. I feel like that's how I know he saw me, because I could see his eyebrow. If I could see his eyebrow, he could see me. Dylan Mortensen then reiterates, from what I remember, I think he was just walking past that little wall and going towards the kitchen. And I don't know, I just remember seeing an eyebrow. I don't know why I just see one. It was just one bushy eyebrow. I don't remember the color, the full shape. I just remember it being bushy. Mortensen then describes the male's clothing as black long sleeves, black pants, and black boots. She gave a consistent description of the mask and noted the eyebrows. I don't remember if I saw one or two. It was just weird. So the pattern that is outside of her door, we've talked about this before, is a Vans type of shoe. That's what they even wrote in the probable cause affidavit. He's wearing boots, she's saying, which makes more sense to wear boots if you're going to be committing this crime than to wear some Vans. In my personal opinion. Now, she's saying, from what she remembers, she thinks he was just walking past that little wall, going towards the kitchen. Let me see, where is this at? So was he right here? Standing right here? This little wall to my right or my left? Or would it have been this little wall? Where the good vibe sign is, that could be considered a little wall. But this could be considered a little wall right here, where the step is. That's where I've always pictured him. I don't know where you guys pictured him, but I always pictured him just right on this ledge. Making his way, into the kitchen. There goes the dogs. They think he's home. And then, like, walking this way. And there's Dylan's door. I'm She said, "I don't know if I don't remember if I saw 1 or 2, like, it was just weird." So the eyebrows, she wasn't sure how many she saw. I mean, maybe she thought it was 1 extra bushy eyebrow or 2 regular eyebrows. I don't know what she thought. But, I mean, she saw 1 bushy eyebrow, so I'm assuming that they were both bushy. And the picture that they have of, Brian Koberger the next morning at 10:30, that's pretty perfect. That picture is pretty perfect when it comes to needing somebody with some eyebrows, I mean, I don't think that they were just planting this on somebody, right? I mean, bushy eyebrows. I mean, I would make sure that Dylan had, like, a full description, you know what I mean? Like, if I was trying to, like, frame somebody, and I sure as hell would put way more DNA than a little bit on a knife sheath under a button snap. Way more. I'd put way more. Yeah, he was covered except for his eyes. Yeah, we did one on Bundy, like, right before everything came out about Bundy and the Koberger thing. We literally did a live over, um, Bundy and Koberger. Nancy Grace did, like, a special or something. We went over that too, and it was really good. It was probably, like, 2 weeks ago, I'd say. So, on November 17th, 2022, did I miss these up? I did. Look, I did. So we're gonna pretend like we didn't mix these up. November 17th, 2022. Um, I had these in order. I don't know how that happened. Detective Victoria Gooch and Captain Dustin Blaker interviewed Dylan Mortensen. Mortensen gave an account of what she did on Saturday, November 12th, 2022, until she went to bed at approximately 3:20 a.m. Sometime between 4 and 4:20, Mortensen woke up and heard a male's voice say, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." Mortensen opened her door and saw someone cuz it from my cuz it. She says, "Cuz it from my mind. It's like I was almost wearing these like blurry glasses, like it's fuzzy and cloudy, but it was like a figure of someone wearing all black, and it was like they had a ski mask that was covering their forehead and their chin and mouth. But I could see all I could remember was seeing their eyebrows. And I don't remember what their eyes look like, but I remember their eyebrows. I don't remember the color of the eyebrows were. I just remember like bushy eyebrows. That's all I could think about." Mortensen then described the male as skinny toned, that basketball type. She stated that he was 5'10" tall. She was 5'10" tall, sorry. So she thought the male was about 5'10" and then 6 foot, somewhere around there. In reference to how close the male was, she stated, "I would say about, like how close the male was to her." She stated, "I would say about 3 feet from what I can remember." And we measured that out, and it was like literally like the length of your arm. So if you put your arm out just tiny bit more, maybe. My arms are pretty damn long, so it could be 3. Um, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. It says, again, that could be off because I obviously probably still a little drunk. And then she said, "I just woke up. I don't remember fully." She went on to again describe the male. "I know he looked at me because I could see his eyebrows. I think it, I think I just saw one eyebrow. I don't know why or how. Maybe he was coming around the corner." I don't know. Or maybe just one eyebrow was poking out of that balaclava. I mean, wouldn't that like hide your eyebrows in a way? I guess it probably just sits like right above it. Now I need to look at a picture of balaclava again. And I wonder if they sell balaclavas at Dick's all year round. I know he got his in January, I think it was January, February, and it was from Pennsylvania, and that's just like, peak winter. But I wonder if they would have them around this time. Yeah, that unibrow Mandy Joe. Oh man, he does have a some bushy eyebrows. Maybe not so much anymore because I don't know what he's doing to these things. I don't know if he's having them cut with his hair. I mean, they would know that though, right? Like they would see that. They would be like, "What are you doing, coworker?" Like it has to be something that no one is seeing him do. And that's a lot of eyebrow. But you could pull them if you wanted. Do you think he was shaving them with a razor though? Because you'd be able to see the razor burn, like, right? Because the razors they give you, they don't even give you a little soap strip on them things. Oh man. Captain Blaker then asked Mortensen what was covering, the male's face, in which she responded, "I don't know, a weird looking ski mask. It wasn't like the regular ski mask with like the eyes, because I saw his eyebrows. And I think I saw his nose and like this part of his face, but I don't know." In response to whether Mortensen could see the male's mouth, no. And I don't remember if I saw it. Like, I don't remember if I saw his nose, but I know I saw eyebrows. And I don't remember his eyes. I just feel like I could see eyebrows, but I mean, that could be it. I mean, that would make sense why the forehead was covered and this part of the face was covered. Investigators then asked if Mortensen could provide a composite for an artist, in which she replied, "No, I don't remember what his eyes look like. I don't remember what his nose looked like. I just remember eyebrows. I don't know exactly what the eyebrows look like all really. I just remember thinking like eyebrows, yeah, bushy, but that's all. Like, I don't remember the shape. I don't remember like the color. I just remember like bushy eyebrows. That's the only thing I can remember." And that's because the bushy eyebrows they're not that good, right? You can have bushy eyebrows and they could be good. They could be good. If they're maybe dark colored, I feel like his are like a sandy blondish color. Let me go find that picture of Kohlberger. Selfie, Kohlberger selfie. Let's see if I can look it up by putting that. I bet I can. There he is. I think like his hair's it's supposed to be, maybe they're brown. I don't know. Maybe it's because he looks so white, like so pasty. Like maybe that's why she couldn't, because I mean, like for instance, let's take Luigi Mangione, right? Luigi Mangione has some thick eyebrows, but they're shaped, right? I'm going to put a picture of them up. Those things are shaped more. They got like an arch to them. So when you see Luigi Mangione's eyebrows, I think that if Dylan saw Luigi Mangione eyebrows, she'd be like, okay, I could point that one out. Like that one has a curve to it. Kohlbergers don't really have much going on. Oh, look, I have an overlay of him too. Why does he look like he's the same color as his shower? It is it is November, but it's just November. I'm still dark, like from the summer in November. Does he not get out in the daytime at all? Maybe not. I guess he went to the pool party that one time. I guess they didn't have, they should have had a pool at his apartment, I think. They do have a pool. I'm gonna look. Probably kids are always in it or something. Okay, Washington. It's not telling me. It's taking me to. I guess they don't. I'm looking on their website. I don't see any. The university provides. Oh, look at this. They provide this stuff. Okay, let's look at this. The university provides. And this is what he would have been losing, I guess. TV, internet, water, sewage, garbage, steam heat. What the hell, steam heat? And hot water. Are we really putting hot water down as an amenity? Oh man, no wonders why that house was part of that target. Residents have access to the city bus routes through bus stops located near Steptoe Village. Graduate students can only select the 1 and 2 bedroom flats in this complex. This is like these actually give you pictures instead of just the video that we saw. That's the living room. You could probably fit 2 of your friends there. That looks so small to me. And there's those closets. Those are the same handles, aren't they? No, I can't remember where the other pictures were. Wasn't it like one of his? It wasn't a selfie picture. I forget. Oh, it was a selfie picture, but I think they were taken as parents. This is like the only one that wants to come up. I guess they're trying to probably scrub the internet of the other ones. That was on Dateline because I can't really find them. And they should have popped up first. They're like, you know what I mean? They're like the newest ones. Yeah, he is a ghost. He's pretty white. He's pretty pasty. Like that's pretty light complected. And I don't think he's meant to be that complected, like light complected. I don't know if he is like on the sauce, not like drinking. I don't know if he's on the rugs or what, but yeah, he definitely looks a little pale. But yeah, they say okay, so yep, 2-bedroom. He had that's why he was in the 2-bedroom because he was a graduate student. I'm assuming. Oh, it can only select 1 and 2-bedroom flats. So was there like a 3-bedroom? Maybe there's a 3-bedroom. Yeah, Claw, you're right. Vincent has bushy eyebrows, but they're like, I don't know, they're different. Like he's half Japanese, half like Italian, maybe Polish or something, or Italian. Why do I want to put in something else in there? But he's gonna like, but they're not like Luigi's. Those things are whew. Hey, go for the 4th down. How you doing? Okay, so we'll go back to this. I'm going down rabbit hole over here with the Steptoe apartments. Okay. I think we read all this. Yeah. December. What the heck was that? Oh, I did that before. I think it's the D button. It is. I don't know what I don't know what that means, but I like it. I'm here for it. I don't know what other buttons work, but like it's only on this Canva. Anything else? It's probably going to take me somewhere else or something, but that's pretty funny. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit that button. I forgot about that. Hey, Squeaky. Yeah, it's like drum roll, please. And like, see, the only thing with me and him, the only reason why I don't think that maybe he was on any rugs is because who was he getting them from, right? Like, who would be Brian's connect? Like, who would he meet? How would he meet somebody to even get a connect, right? But then again, I don't know. Maybe someone in the Steptoe apartments. December 30th, 2022, Detective Joe Lake and Gary Tolson interviewed Dylan Mortensen. So everyone and their brother, we're going to suffice it, and, brother and sister, has interviewed Dylan at this point. When asked if Brian Koberger is the man she saw in the house, she states, "I have no clue. From what I remember, I just remember seeing this figure that was like not fat, obviously, but more of like the skinnier toned build and some mask on. I don't know what the mask exactly was, but when I thought about it, it was just like covering here and here. I don't know if it was covering his mouth, his nose, or below his mouth and nose. I just remember knowing that he was white, but I don't know how he was white. I just know he was, because he was probably glowing in the dark. I mean, and this knowing there's like I knew he had looked at me because of the bushy eyebrow. That's all I remember, but I have no idea what he looked like. I don't like when I looked at his picture, nothing came back to me at all. So that, like, I don't know. I feel like if I saw that, my mind would be like, oh yeah, that's him, but it's just I don't remember at all. Is anybody playing the drinking game? Thanks, Chris. I know, great. I'm the greatest drummer alive. So do you guys think he was on the rugs again? See, I don't think he was. I don't know if he was. I don't know if, I mean, I would think that he would need a clear mind, somewhat clear mind to do this and not leave more evidence. Because if you're on like some of those rugs, I hate calling it that. They make you like more like manic. Do you know what I mean? Like you're more like jittery and stuff. So I feel like he would have like, now she's got me talking like her. I feel like he would have made more mistakes if he was on something, right? But then again, maybe that's why he was so fast and stuff like, but I think he was fast anyway. I mean, he ran a 6-minute mile. It's on his Strava account. So then the last time that Dylan was interviewed that we know of anyway, was May 5th. Now we know this, was May 15th, 2023. And that was during the grand jury proceedings. I couldn't imagine. Like, I mean, I guess at the grand jury, at least it's just the prosecutor, the jury, and, you guys in there. Maybe it wouldn't be as scary. It's almost even like a test run, to kind of like get her prepared. But I still think that would be very scary to be on a grand jury. Have to testify on a grand jury. But she states she woke up at 4 a.m. to noises. And it says here, music, Murphy talking and or singing. So maybe Xana is singing a tune. Maybe she has her phone in her hand and she's on TikTok. We know she was on TikTok. We should go through that actually on one of our lives, because I know that she commented on a TikTok and then she was watching a certain TikTok. But maybe she was, watching this TikTok and it had music behind it and she was just singing behind it, like just being a funny girl. Taking her bag, of food to the kitchen, not realizing that, Brian Koberger was going in the same direction at the same time. And that's in my opinion. Because she did have time, it looks like, to sit her bag like on the counter. It wasn't like haphazard or anything. It was like sat back behind the sink. If she did sit it there anyway. And I don't think he sat it there because I think there'd be biological evidence on it. But it says she states she opened the door and heard a man's voice say, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." And I didn't know who the man's voice was. She testified she opened her door again and saw a figure in all black, which I believe was a person. I knew the person was white. I don't know how, but I just knew it. Knew it was male. I think I knew that because of the voice. The person was around my height or a few inches taller. And then I knew his build wasn't like scrawny and he wasn't fat. So I figured it was like the basketball toned, lean build. Regarding what the person was wearing, Mortensen testified there was like, from what I think I remember, it was like a black mask, almost like a ski mask, but not. It just covered the head and then maybe up to the mouth. Maybe more. I can't remember if it covered just the chin, the mouth, or the nose or lower. She testified the clothing was all black. And well, the thing I can really remember was something about a bushy eyebrow. I don't remember seeing anything else, just something about a bushy eyebrow. Eyebrow gate 2025. You know, why you gotta be coming in here trying to mess with Ladybug? I would just, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that to my Ladybug. I may not see a lot in chat, but I'll see that. I just happened to come back over on the page. Maybe Yvonne. They could have. See, Curtis, did they find life? Okay, I think okay. So the judge did say that it's going to be displayed in a case, and I don't know if he was what I think he's referring to is a replica. The state is going to bring in a replica to show, what was used to carve Ethan's legs and slaughter 3 other students. Well, 4 and all, but you know what I mean. I think that's what it is. But with that said, they did have that search warrant for his parents' house, and the first item on there is knife. That's all it says, nothing more, nothing less. But the other knives that they found, one of them, it said like Blue Ridge knife, foldable knife. Like this one just says knife. So we don't know if it's like a butter knife, K-bar knife, filleting knife. I mean, we just don't know yet, but we'll find out during trial. And he did say that, and I wish that he would have been a little more clear. I need to go back and listen to that maybe, and to that part of the video. Man, that was a long hearing, and I'm not sure where exactly it was. I could go and type in the transcript. That's what I have to do. Yeah, I think he had just adrenaline rush. Because I don't know who his dealer would be that short amount of time. I mean, it's not like he's asking for like some weed, y'all. You know what I mean? He's not like hooking me up on some with like a blunt. Like he likes the heroin. It's a long time. 12 minutes is a long time. I was gonna make y'all sit here one time for the whole amount. And then I was like, man, maybe everyone will leave. But no, like I was going to just like, or I was going to do, I could do maybe a experiment, because I do have stairs here, and I could probably like just to do it twice to make it to like 3rd floor, like 3 floors. And I think it's the same amount of stairs. We do not claim them here in PA. Oh, I wouldn't either. Yeah, you can hallucinate if you're on that stuff. Stella. Me too, Captain. I'm like that. I'm I'm extremely hyperactive. And when I take my medicine, if I don't have it all day and I take it, I'll fall asleep. And Vincent like looks at me. He's like, "How are you sleeping?" I'm like, "Don't ask questions. I'm sleeping, right?" Were they Zoofer? They're not. Well, I don't want to know if I can say that word, but we're on at the speed during World War II. Wow, I could see that. I can look into that, Ashley. We did go over his visual snow one night. I don't know. I don't know if it was Ladybug. I hope not. Because, ew, you know. See, I wonder that too. I don't think the cup was. Now, that cup to me is a Starbucks coffee cup. Cold, iced, like if you got a nice coffee and it's been sitting there for days. It's like at least a day or two old. Like that thing was at least from like Saturday morning or before. But the food bag, you know, I don't know Harlow really either, because why didn't they take it as evidence? Right? Like if it's the last thing that Xana touched and they didn't know for sure where the murders happened, right? You would think that they would want to take that bag just in case Brian put it out there. Or you know what I mean? But they didn't take it at all. They should have taken it either way, I guess. They should have taken that trash. I don't know where that trash went, but I told them I would have went through it. All the balaclavas. I might have to get me one. They look like they're warm. Just put my eyes out there. And hey, Harlow. I wonder why they didn't bring that up though, Ashley. Like the visual snow or any of that. They didn't bring that up into like his defense. Like they were just the autism, that he can't possibly, the other one that said like he couldn't possibly do this because he has that dexterity disorder. I can't remember the name of it. And then what was the other one? OCD. Now I can picture autism. I can picture that. Totally can give him that one. I can give him that one. I can even almost give him that he's even a little higher than a level 1 sometimes, maybe just depending on the day. And the OCD, I can give him that too. But for him to say that he can't move throughout a house and unalive 4 people because of dexterity issues or whatever it is, like, or issues, mobility issues, that's craziness. Like at one point, she even had it wrote down that he couldn't deal with day-to-day life. Like, I'm like, that means he can't shower and like use the bathroom on his own pretty much. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, he's a college student and he's getting his PhD. He's not dumb. He's not dumb. I think even the people that think he's guilty or, I think the people that think he's guilty. Okay, I banned him. I think we all still think he's smart. Like, I mean, I think he's smart. I don't think he's a dummy. I mean, I think he's dumb for what he did. I think that's the dumbest thing you could do with your whole life. But I don't think he's dumb I think he's common sense stupid. That I won't say, right? He ain't got no common sense. But book smart, I think he has that. I think that if he would have just not had that part, I mean, if he is this person that, was crazy, and did this, then he really, I mean, he, what's that movie? It's not like The Godfather, Goodfellas or something, where he says like something about wasted talent. Like that's pretty much what it is. Like a waste of talent. Like, it's crazy. I saw it, Ladybug. I got him right when I saw him. I just banned him because I didn't ban him yesterday on the other channel. I forgot. I know, Ladybug. I think it's because you're my mod and you're so nice to people. think that's what it is. Yeah, he's not dumb. He just doesn't have any common sense. Yeah, I think he just doesn't have any common sense. And that's why I think maybe that's why he was a little weird around women too, but I mean, I'll give him I'll give him the autism. I do think that he probably has autism. And if it's any consolation to Mr. Gonzalez or any of the families, if he does have autism and he has sensory issues with like his clothes, he is going through hell right now, wearing that like thin nothing. So, who's Andrew Fuller? Because I love all people. I love white people. I love black people. Love Indian people. I don't know who they're talking about, but you can come up on the stream if you want. Let me know, Ladybug, if you need me to do anything about that. Or you can take care of it if you want. Hey, Suan. It's like he has cancer, so he didn't do it. People with disease or conditions that can be bad too, unfortunately. Yeah, that's true. Well, like I was telling you guys the other night, I got diagnosed with autism last year sometime. They're still doing tests and everything, but that's why I can kind of see why maybe Brian could be, have a little bit of it. I don't know, but I never went out and hurt anybody. Digital maniac. I would love for him to take the stand. I would 100,000% love that. Did we do it? Did we hit 20,000? Let me go back and check. Let's see how far we're over before we celebrate. Because like last time it was when I hit my number, I was like right at that number, and I was like, oh, that made me nervous. So let's see. Yep, I'm going to need a couple more people to subscribe, but we hit 20,000. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I wonder who was the last person to subscribe. Who just subscribed? If you just subscribed to the channel, let me know. I'll be able to tell, like, if it's Captain that says it. I'm like, because I see 20,000, like even Steven. So if one person unsubscribes, we're back down to 19.9. Oh, Jared Parker was the 20K. And then I just banned them. Great. Baby girl said, I'll go make another account and sub. Oh, you don't even know how tempted I was to come on here and ask y'all to go under your alts, because I needed like 5 and I kept needing 5. And I was like, it could be this Andrew though, that I'm about to kick out of here. So we'll see if that does anything. We'll delete his comments. Okay. But this is the documentary I wanted to show you guys. So we'll put it on here. Let me bring this up. It's not a very long one. It's just a short one, but I listened to it earlier and I thought it was pretty good. Now, I will tell you this though. You're going to get a little angry when you hear them say the victims' names. They get a couple of the names wrong. They get I believe Xana, her last name wrong. I don't even know what they say. I forget. Kernada or something. I don't know. And then Kaylee, they call her Kylie, I believe. And I'm just like, are we doing that? But other than that, it is a good documentary about the trial and where it's going. So I wanted to show it to you guys, but I did want to give you guys a warning because I was just like, really? So we'll watch it. Hopefully they didn't, they fix it. But they do have the names in the description right. It's just they weren't pronouncing them right, which I can understand if you're just now hearing about the case. I mean, if this was 2022 and this case just came out, this just happened. Like we were all, having kind of troubles with the names at first. That's why when the judge had a little bit of problems with the names, I gave him a little grace because I think everybody had a little bit of problems with the names, especially when there's 4 victims, right? And you have to remember 4 different names. It's just, it's a little different than when you have one person case. Oh, and actually, before I start this, I haven't bothered you guys for a while. If you guys don't mind, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I do appreciate it so much. I appreciate you guys being here tonight and spending your Saturday with me. And I'll go ahead and we'll play this. And I'll stop it here and there for commentary, but I'll let it play through for you guys as much as I can. And let me know if you see anything during this, like, on the outside, if you see Coburger, scrolling on by or anything, let me know. Let me know.
911 location of your emergency.
Something is happening. Something's happening in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
The energy is everywhere. They don't know how to react.
Tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the roommates has passed out, and she was drunk last night, and she's not waking up.
They're still in this level of denial of what's actually transpired in their home.
Okay.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night. Yeah.
At first, the police came out and said there was nothing suspicious about it.
Can I just tell you what happened pretty much?
What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
The dispatcher doesn't want to hear about what they think happened. They want to find out if we can actually save this life.
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, we gotta go check. But we have to.
There was somebody in the house at 4 a.m.
Is she passed out? She's passed out. What's wrong? She's not waking up.
Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Okay, thank you.
You don't see this sort of thing happening on a regular basis.
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 20.
It literally sent a chill through anybody that has kids.
I've already sent the ambulance and law enforcement. Stay on the line.
There's a police here right now.
Okay.
I think yes.
Are you talking to the officer?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to let you go since he's there with you and can help you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Happening right now in northern Idaho, an investigation underway into the deaths of 4 university students. The Moscow Police Department responded to a call for an unconscious person, and that's when they found the 4 victims dead.
There was news of 4 students who had died in a house.
MPD does not believe there is an active threat to the community.
After a couple of days, people had moved on, and it wasn't until much later that people started looking at this a different way.
Moscow, Idaho police offering new details from their investigation.
The 4 were stabbed with a knife, but no weapon has been located at this time.
They were each stabbed multiple times. They believed with a fixed blade knife.
The victims were perhaps asleep at the time in their own beds. Some had defensive wounds, and there were no signs of sexual assault.
It's not a single murder, it's a multiple murder, all taking place in one location.
We cannot say that there's no threat to the community. Please stay vigilant and be aware of your surroundings at all times.
I think people were initially a little freaked out.
It's a horrific crime to begin with, and it's a needless loss of life. People were cut off in their prime. Most crimes, particularly crimes of violence like homicide, are against people who know each other. It wasn't a situation where the house was broken into, where the perpetrator was trying to steal something. So it makes the case even more brazen, even more horrific.
For parents, this is the worst case scenario. When you send children off to school,
She says
the
it.
last thing you're thinking is that there's
This lady's the one that says the name wrong
going to
too.
be a mass murder.
But they did say, because you guys were asking in the chat about the wounds, about defensive wounds. They said that Xana had defensive wounds. We heard that like right away. It seemed like they said that her fingers like were almost severed. And I believe that's true. And then also Kaylee, her parents came out to let us know that she was found in the corner of the wall up by the bed. You know, the bed's up against the wall. She was found up in the corner, like she was trying to get away from him. And she was found kind of just like slumped over. And I believe that they said that she had defensive wounds as well. So, and thank you, Majichi. You're so nice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for the congratulations.
A candlelight vigil mourning the 4 University of Idaho students killed last month. Hundreds came to the event. They remembered the college students killed at an off-campus apartment with no known motive.
Oh God, we cry out in lament and grief for the lives cut short. We ask for comfort and consolation for the families and friends of Ethan, Kaylee, Santa, and Madison.
Madison Mogan, beautiful blonde girl who was at school with her best friend, Kylie Gonsalves. Kylie and Madison grew up together. They had been best friends since 6th grade. These were just 2 peas in the same pot. They loved social media. They were vivacious young people. They were ready to start their lives.
Ethan and Zaina had been boyfriend and girlfriend. Ethan had just come to the University of Idaho as a freshman.
Ethan Chapin was such a special young man. He was one of triplets. He worked at a tulip farm. He sounded like the kid that you wanted to bring home to meet your parents. Xana Granado was bubbly and fun and the life of the party. She always had a smile on her face. And all of the pictures that we see of her are smiling and kind. So you now have a picture of these 4 really beautiful kids that were beautiful inside and out, who were just getting started. To hear that 4 kids are stabbed to death in the middle of the night in a small town at a college town where they're supposed to just be having fun and being safe and learning was absolutely terrifying.
Normally, the biggest issue in this town is how you pronounce it, Moscow.
I'm Chris Daniels, longtime reporter here in the Pacific Northwest, have traveled all around the country. Hello again from the University of Idaho, where this particular day was in Moscow, Idaho. I've got a long history with Moscow, Idaho. Went to school myself at Washington State University, and it's just a short, straight drive from Moscow to the campus of Washington State University. 8 miles apart, those 2 campuses, and this is small town America.
Very pleasant place to be, very bright and sunny. Even if the weather didn't reflect that, the people did.
It's big enough that you've got things to do, different communities, but it's small enough that it still feels very, very strong.
They're right on the border of Washington and Idaho. It's a college town with an enrollment of just over 7,000 people at the University of Idaho. The town is a little bit less than 30,000 people, and there's not a lot of murders in a town like Moscow.
We are a small town, and there's just that collective grief.
There's just a heavy cloud, I think a depression.
I'm Ann Emerson. I am the senior investigative reporter for Criminally Obsessed. I've been going to crime scenes and talking to victims and trying to understand what happened. There hadn't been any problems in Moscow in a long time. In fact, the last murder, I think, was back in 2015. So there's only so many police officers that they're going to need, especially when you're looking at the crime rate in an area like this that's very rural. You're not having a lot of crime at all. So it was bare bones.
Moscow's police chief led the recovery of personal items from what is an active crime scene.
We have 25 plus investigators working this case, as well as assistance from the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Idaho State Police. Investigators are continuing to collect evidence at the scene. Investigators are working to develop a timeline to relevant events.
Kaylee and Madison, they were seen walking around in Moscow at a food truck.
This Twitch live stream video from grub truckers in Moscow.
Hello. Hi. Welcome back.
Showing homicide victims Kaylee Gonsalves and Madison Mogen getting something to eat around 1:40 Sunday morning on November 13th.
Police also have additional video. Investigators know the girls had been at this bar across town prior to that.
Earlier that day, they took this picture with their roommate, Xana Kernodle, and Kernodle's boyfriend, Ethan Chapin.
Ethan and Xana had been with each other that night as well.
They had just gone over to Sigma Chi to have a fraternity party, which is not far away. It was Saturday night. What are 4 kids that are at a really fun college town going to be doing? They're going to go out and they're going to go see their friends.
All 4 returned to their off-campus apartment sometime after 1:45 a.m.
There was other people home at that time.
Those other people were the young lady's 2 other roommates.
This was a house that was known to host get-togethers.
This is one of the houses that everybody goes to when they want to go to a party. And they were comfortable with people being in the house even when they weren't there.
It was not thought to be a quiet house at the end of a block, but it was an area that over time, especially a lot of college students had gone through that house and had been there for one reason or another.
So you basically got everybody moving back to this house sometime around 2 o'clock. It appears that most of them have gone to sleep, but Xana's awake and she has ordered DoorDash at 4 o'clock in the morning. Xana and Ethan are in one floor, and then you have Maddie and Kylie one floor above on the 3rd floor. Maddie and Kylie were in one bed. Ethan and Xana are in the other area, and they are stabbed and killed. The
I can
first
see your comments, Tina.
realization that something bad has happened in this house is when a 911 call comes from one of these surviving roommates.
Tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the
Who is the troll tonight? I keep on getting them out of here and they just keep on coming. Like, my good Lordy. I meant to ban him. I accidentally put him in timeout, but hopefully I'll be for a while. It's someone that wants to get under Ladybug's skin. Is it Rapper? I bet it's that one dude that we were talking about. Got his. Do I need to flash the message and put it in every chat there, Jason? I think your name is that you left me yesterday in my other chat. Because it's gross and I'll do it. You leave Ladybug alone.
Roommates who's passed out.
And all your alter egos, like leave her alone too.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night. Can I just tell you what happened pretty much?
Yeah, I'll help you, Ladybug.
Going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
What we get from that, obviously, is that there was somebody in the house at 4 a.m. She saw somebody. There was somebody that scared her enough that she ran back into her room and locked the door and texted the other roommate.
No, it's like a ski mask almost. Shut the F up. Actually, like he has something over his head and mouth. I'm not kidding. I am so freaked out. So am I. My phone is going to die. Come to my room. Run. Down here.
One of the surviving roommates may have seen the killer on his way out towards the back sliding glass door. Around 4 a.m., surviving roommate Dylan Mortensen reportedly heard someone who she thought was Kaylee Gonsalves saying, "There's someone here," and a male voice saying, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." Mortensen opened her door a third time after she heard someone crying in Xana Kernodle's room, seeing a masked man dressed in all black walking past her as she stood in a frozen shock phase, then locked herself in her bedroom. Investigators say there is physical evidence.
One of the things that was found at the crime scene was this leather sheath for a fixed blade knife. And it was found reportedly on Maddie's bed. This is the only thing that they can find that has been left behind by the killer. So they go and do a DNA on the sheath, and they do find a piece of DNA. They find it on the snap of the sheath. And it's enough for them to be able to run it through CODIS, which is their system to see if there's any matches at all. And it comes up blank. There's nothing. But they've got DNA. So now they need to find a person of interest, a suspect, and then they can start doing some serious detective work and see if they can find a match.
Well, the first big break in this case, if you want to call it that, was the fact that police came out and said, we think we have a car that may be connected. Detectives continue to focus on a 2011 to 2013
Then they changed their mind.
Hyundai Elantra that they believe had somebody in it who holds the key to cracking this murder case. They were trying to zero in on this car because it had been seen on surveillance video, as it turns out, outside the house at very odd hours.
The white Hyundai Elantra appears on camera, driving past the King Road residence multiple times in the 3 o'clock hour, then speeding off around 4:20 a.m. toward Pullman. It's spotted again on 5 cameras in Pullman and the WSU campus starting at 5:25 a.m.
Moscow police were gathering all this material, trying to put together their case.
We have several hundred pieces of video evidence that we're piecing together.
Those pieces of video are helping the FBI and state police retrace steps. Traffic cameras, cell phone technology, and comments on students' social media posts have all aided the investigation.
Just a few things I have noticed myself.
Cyber detectives have eaten up any morsel of information, fueling national interest.
Just being a weird, armchair detective.
I feel like it might be like someone who was jealous of them.
The people that are probably the suspects or involved are all flying home.
There was a lot of speculation and a lot of amateur sleuthing on TikTok and Reddit.
Thank you.
The Moscow Police Department really stopped doing repeated press conferences to update people on where the investigation was leading them. So that turned people to go to these social media sites to try and solve it themselves.
Amateur sleuths have a role to play. They can keep the case alive. They can put pressure, informal pressure, on law enforcement and also the courts. They can play a critical role. They can also be a distraction.
We do not believe the following individuals are involved in this crime. The 2 surviving roommates.
Moscow police had to come out at a certain point and tell everybody that these people weren't suspects and cross them off the list because there was so much speculation.
Moscow Police Captain Roger Lanier also says this male in the grub truck surveillance video is not believed to be involved either.
A private party who provided rides home to Kaylee and Madison in the early morning hour of November 13th.
And they say that person is also not believed to be of interest.
Thank you.
This was one of those cases that captivated a lot of people's attention, and they were trying to solve it themselves because they felt like Moscow police were not advancing fast enough.
A major breakthrough in this case. An arrest has now been made.
That person is now awaiting extradition from Pennsylvania. It's the biggest break in the more than 6-week-long mystery, which has prompted speculation across the country. Investigators have identified him as 28-year-old Brian Christopher Koberger. Pennsylvania State Police arrested him at a home in Albrightsville on a fugitive from justice warrant.
Idaho police formally announced the arrest of Brian Koberger late this afternoon in Pennsylvania, hundreds of miles away from the crime.
How are the Poconos tied to Pullman and Moscow?
Koberger is a PhD criminal justice student and has been attending nearby Washington State University, just 8 miles away from the Idaho campus.
Koberger was like everybody else going home for the holidays. It's Christmas time. So he had his father meet him in Pullman, Washington. He gets into the car with his dad and he drives across the country back home to Pennsylvania, where he's from. And on that drive, while he's in Indiana, we don't know if it was a coincidence, we don't know why, but twice he gets pulled over in Indiana.
Take a look at your driver's license real quick if I could. See, he's right up on that van, man. He was right up on the back end of that van.
He's following a car too closely. There was nothing strange about the traffic stop, but we have the body camera so we can see what it actually looked like.
Well, do me a favor, don't follow too close, okay? All right, thank you. Appreciate you.
And then, just a few miles down the road, the cops stop him again for following too close.
That would seem to suggest that Moscow police, working with federal investigators, had been tracking him across multiple states. There's been further reporting that perhaps they were trying to look at his hands to see if there were any scars. That was a attempt for police to figure out where he was and where he was going and if he still had any fresh injuries.
Accused murderer Brian Kohberger is now in jail in Idaho. The plane carrying the murder suspect landed at the Pullman-Moscow Regional Airport. Idaho law enforcement took Kohberger to the county jail. The 28-year-old waived extradition in a Pennsylvania court. DNA evidence reportedly links him to the stabbing deaths of 4 University of Idaho students.
This is really serious evidence.
Police believe the murders happened over a 25-minute period the morning of November 13th. Investigators say they connected Kohberger to the killings using DNA evidence, cell phone records, his car, and also surveillance video.
All rise.
Based on phone records, detectives say Kohberger tried to conceal his location during the murders, even visited the area where the murders happened at least 12 times. Court records state DNA matching Kohberger's profile was found on the button snap of a knife sheath near the bed next to one of the victims after the murders.
The defense claimed investigators acted inappropriately when using investigative genetic genealogy to try to isolate a suspect. Here are some of those newly revealed details. Only one person's DNA was detected on a knife sheath. A detective learned Kohberger's name only after the genetic genealogy, more than a month after the killings. An expert testified the FBI admitted they had used a database off limits to law enforcement. Prosecutors did not directly respond to that claim during the hearing, and ultimately the judge did not suppress the genetic genealogy evidence.
The defense has a long road ahead of them in this case.
There are still a lot of unanswered questions in the Brian Kohberger case. If he goes to trial, if he is convicted, if he's sentenced to death.
These murder counts could get him, with this special circumstance, the death penalty. And in Idaho, that's the firing squad. So that's what he's looking at. One of the things that they're going to have to do is make him more sympathetic to a jury. That gets a lot more difficult when his behavior may seem odd or off-putting or just off. The other thing that they're looking at is who else had access to this house. Everybody had access to this house. The defense naturally can start looking at who else could have been there. Were there 2 suspects? That's certainly something the defense is going to be playing with. There's another thing that the defense has brought up. They think some evidence for another person of interest could be buried within all of these leads, within all of these tips. Have they unearthed something that we just haven't seen yet? That is going to be a major question.
The horrific nature of the crime, the fact that all the people were killed in the same place, all 4 of them are students, and then the extra component that the suspect is a PhD student studying criminology, criminal justice. Those are, 4 major components that call attention to this crime, and it cries out, movie made for TV.
Prosecutors want to use a college paper as evidence. It was written by Brian Kohberger, the accused killer. The 30-year-old wrote the 12-page report in 2020 for a criminal justice course. The paper details how crime scenes should be properly investigated and evidence preserved.
With all of this attention for a small town, the case was made that the trial should be moved down to Boise, Idaho, which is the state capital, a bigger jury pool. And so he is now scheduled to stand trial in August.
I think the entire country's attention is going to turn to Idaho during this trial. This is a 3-month trial. And I believe that we are going to see an enormous amount of interest in this case because it is the ultimate story of horror. small town America attacked by this horrible event. It has shattered the innocence for that community. And I don't think that America will rest until this is done.
Okay. That was it. I was trying to go over here to Twitter to look stuff up, but it's like I'm going back in a time capsule or something. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't believe, my personal opinion, I don't think those girls would have been like, oh yeah, Brian Koberger, he's a hottie. That's just my personal opinion. I think they all were dating somebody anyway, or like, I think they were all in relationships, if I'm not mistaken. But I know when I was 20, let me think about it. 28. Nope. I would think that was a little too old for me. If I was 21 and they were 28, I'd still think that was a little too old. Just, I mean, you know, like that would be my thing. But I've always dated younger guys now, so I can't say anything. My Vincent's like 3 years younger than me or something like that. So it's, I don't know. Mine's birthday's in October, his is December. I think I'm a little bit more than 3 years, but I'll be 40 and he'll be 37 or something this year. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Hey, Lord Mama. His mugshot does say it all. And I think that like, I mean, and I'm not saying like these girls were better than him. I'm just saying I think they had more going in their life than he did. You know, I mean, even at the time of the homicides, he was losing his TA's position. The students were complaining about him. The teachers were complaining, like the professors were complaining about him. Don't think that they would have just been like, yeah, let me hang out with you because your life's going to shambles and mine's not, you know, like these girls, they got their schoolwork done during the week. They partied on the weekends. You know, that I don't know. I've only went 3 years younger than me, but that's it. I don't know why. Not a big age gap. Vincent likes cougars. I'm just saying that because of me. You can look at him and know something's off. And I don't think that there's a rug connection. I don't even think that these kids really even smoke pot, tell you the truth. And I'm not being like naive by any means to believe you and me and everybody. You know, I was 21 once, 22, 20, 18. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that I probably did worse things than these girls did. The decent men are Gen X. He's a good one. I don't know how I got so lucky, Aurora Rain. It's like he just, yeah. He got himself, yeah, he did. He got himself, well, yeah. Nah, a little bit, maybe squeaky. Maybe like a salty mama. Yeah, that was like way before though Unraveled. That was like when her and her boyfriend at the time, or Jack, they broke up, and she went on like one date with this guy, and he said for her to make him a sandwich. And then I guess he had called her like a bitch or something, and she was like, Jack's never said that to me before. And I think she was realizing that she wasn't going to find another Jack. There's trying to think how to word it. I think a lot of girls go through that. They think like they go through that stage where like they maybe go out on their own, and then they figure out like either A, like they like to be out on their own, and guys too, or B, the person that they were with was really special to them, you know, and then they go back. I know personally, when I was like younger, I dated a real nice guy. I got real lucky. And I could have stayed with that nice guy and like took the safe bet out, but I don't know. I didn't do that. And I'm thankful for that now. I'm incredibly thankful for that. So I did the opposite. But I think that Kaylee and Jack were going to get back together. You know what I mean? I think they were. Jared Parker, how the hell are you coming back in here? Well, you wanted to drink my urine, Jared. So that's gross. Do you want to talk about that? You probably do. That felt good. He said, you don't do a very good job covering Idaho. That felt good to finally get off my chest. Yeah, this is Jared. This is the guy that likes to drink urine. He $100, Jared, and I'll probably send you some. But now I'm gonna ban you. He'll come back under another Jared name. But yeah, that's what he said to me. I have it on my phone. That's what he said to me in my other live yesterday. And I'm so sorry for everyone that just had to hear me say that, but that's what he said. And I was like, I told Vincent, I was going in circles because I forgot I had to tell him something. You know, when you get so excited to tell your significant other something, you like are like a dog and you go in circles. Well, that's how I do. I was like, you got to hear this. Yeah. Same name. How's it happen, Ladybug? I wonder if I have like a bunch of like Jareds under my thing now that are like blocked. Or if it's no, you know what I mean? Or if it's just one. I know I have a few rappers. Are they spelling it differently? With Cuff Daddy. So there's a person that used to come in the chat and their name would be like, it'd either be their name or they'd say, I want to drink Tanya's urine. That's so gross to me. That's so, you don't. No, you don't, Jared. So we would just ban them, right? And I laughed about it in the comments. I just was like, that person's stupid. You know, I thought it was rapper trolling. Well, then I go over to my unfiltered live yesterday, and I'm getting ready for my live, and he comes in there and he's like, I have to admit, I'm the guy that says I want to drink your urine. And I was like, oh, I didn't say anything. I just sat there for a minute and I was like, I'm just going to delete the comment. And I thought maybe he would just go away, but apparently not. Yeah, they must somehow go under a different email, but use the same username or something. Yeah. Like, I mean, I ain't going to like, I'm not messing with, I mean, I'm not kink shaming over here at all. I'm not kink shaming. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, everybody. But your girl, T-Bone Capone, that's what they used to call me. That's what they used to call me back in the day when I was in like my 20s. She ain't down for that. I'm catching up on 2 times speed. Yeah. Wasn't there a corn star that bottled her farts or something and sold them? Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I mean, you know, times are tough right now. You know how much the price of eggs are, right? I'm just kidding. You think they're soulless? I don't think that they're soulless at all. Yeah. That's weird. That's kind of, you know, I'm not down for that. I quit eating eggs. I haven't ate eggs in so long. I've not had eggs since my mom was alive. There are certain foods that I have not ate since she's been gone. I don't know why. Eggs to me don't even sound good anymore. No, I don't even know. I don't even want one. I don't even want an egg. Vincent makes them for himself like in the morning, but I don't love them. And what else have I like given up? I've been wanting a pot roast. I'm gonna make that pot roast still one of these days. You blocked John. I didn't even see John. Oh, John. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like, which one? Hey, Shop Smart, are you cool? because everyone in the chat's been pretty cray cray. I'm not living without deviled eggs or egg salad. See, my mom used to make really good deviled eggs. I guess I don't like them. I never have liked them. But oh, you missed a lot. We're almost to the end of the live. You have to go back, but you've missed a lot. It's a good one. We've had a lot of trolls in here today. No, what was I saying? Oh, my mom used to make really good at deviled eggs. My nephew used to eat them. What if my brother was in here tonight and you're over and that guy's over here trolling me? Where is my brother at when you need him, you know? Are you in here, Tony? He's sleeping probably. No, it's Saturday. What you doing, bro? See if he's out there somewhere. Cream of wheat. Sound like cream of wheat either. I'm weird. I'm like, I don't, I'm weird with my food. I'm like a 3-year-old. I'm the worst. I wish. Wicked said is not cray cray. We know you're not. We know you're not. No, I eat like a 3-year-old. And Vincent, I like ketchup on my eggs too. And Vincent, he he is really good at he just does it. Like I don't have to ask. I don't I don't know. We were eating steak last night and my mom and dad used to tease me. I was like 18 or 19 and I asked my mom or dad to cut up my steak one night. I don't know which one it was, but I asked one of them and they were like, "What are you going to do if you ever go on a date with a guy?" Because I hadn't even gone on a date with a guy at that point. And my mom was like, "And you're going to have to cut your own steak. Like you're going to have to learn how to do this." Well, guess what? Guess what, mama? Vincent cuts it for me. And he takes all the fat away. I met the best one for me. Oh, Ashley's not been here tonight. I hope she's feeling better too. Southern foods and veggies. See, I need to like, venture out, but man, ask us to leave the meat out of what we cook. I tell we aren't vegans or vegetarians in this house. I like most meat. You use scissors to cut your steak. Vincent he filleted that thing. He filleted that thing the other night. We had it for like 2 days because it was huge. It was like 1.5 pounds or something, a steak. It was huge. It was a lot. And we couldn't like justify eating like all of that, because that's like, it was expensive too. No, I haven't heard from her today. I don't know about Ashley today. She's probably sleeping or she went to work. She better not have went to work. I think my mom used to put brown sugar on her deviled eggs. She put something on there. And hey, Doodlebug. Oh, the Dateline episode. Well, Shop Smart, I think that the Dateline episode probably gave us a lot of information. I think all of it was true, personally. I think that the judge would have maybe like made the distinction of what was true, what was not true. I think it was all true. I didn't know at first. You know what I mean? When Howard Bloom flashed on the screen, oh my, I was like, are we kidding? Dateline. But they are, I mean, the judge said he wants an investigation. And it sounds like more towards I don't know. I thought more the defense leaked it, but he the way he worded, I guess I was reading back through him, he was more on the like kind of harder on the prosecution, but I don't know. I think that they pretty much read the same. The judge is like, I'm pissed. This wasn't supposed to come out. And I don't think that the prosecution would have wanted this out. This was some of their, I think, like their damning evidence, the surveillance of the car. Maybe not. Hope not. I mean, if it wasn't, that's cool too, because that means you got even more cooler things that you're going to show us. I was reading Aurora and I was reading your comment. You're not into true crime? Well, you're into true crime now. You better just hang out with us. I'm wondering who. I asked the question today. Steve did put on his Facebook. Well, Steve or Christy put on there like 3 steps forward, 5 steps back, or whatever, something along those lines. And I was just wondering what they meant by that. Like, was it because somebody leaked information? Was it someone that they know? Are they upset that they didn't know this information to leak it? Not to leak it, but like to have it? I don't know. I'm just wondering. Because Steve's come out with some stuff, right? But I don't know. It's also his kid. So I can't, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know who came out with it, but I don't think it's going to hurt the case. Unless, I mean, if something else does happen, if something else happens, I'm just going to be like, oh, I'll be going to Ada County and collecting all the evidence and just sitting there in a room with it, guarding it all. I hope it wasn't Brett Payne. I hope it wasn't any of the officers. Because the video footage, they could probably trace the video footage back. If I was an investigator on this case, I would do the video footage. I would stick with that and I would figure out, did the occupants at 1112 still have access to a SIM card or something? Did you not take everything when you took the light bulb camera? Did you leave them the SIM card, or like, did something happen there? To where they could give the, like, to, like, so those people like that lived in that blue house, maybe they gave the Dateline producers, the surveillance. But if they didn't, then trace it back through the chain of custody. Who had the damn camera logs? Where's the camera at? Who's in the little cage guarding the cameras and the guns and all the things, the evidence, you know what I mean? Like, and then see who's on the roster, who signed anything out, right? Wouldn't that be the way to go? I mean, I'm not a detective or an investigator, but I mean, I can make a badge if we need to. Oh, thanks, Mary Beth. Yeah, unless they gave him like I have that light bulb cam. I'm about to get that thing out and look at it and see how that works. Because I know it goes to my phone. I think I still have the app. I should still have the app on my phone because I would never deleted that app. Because I don't delete anything. I don't know what that camera was called, though. It was like, is it Homeo Pro? It says titanium. Oh my gosh, this is us in our old. That was like our old apartment. Now I can't see it anymore. That was so funny. Okay, let's see. This is it, I think. But it won't let me. Device. Yeah, it does say balcony. Okay, I can't I was just looking, but yeah, I'll have to. Oh wait, maybe we can do events. Oh no, 7 days, last 7 days. Huh. I wonder if we kept that. Because remember we went outside and we did like the experiments with it. I thought about giving it away during doing like a membership giveaway or a subscriber giveaway, just doing like an Idaho fort and giving it away on one of the streams. I don't think we need it for anything. And it'd be kind of a cool giveaway because it's like, you know, a part of the what we use, part of, you know, it's just part of the Idaho 4. I don't know. But it was so good to talk to you guys tonight. I love talking to you guys at the end of the live. Oh, really, Ashley? Christy wore another shirt. Where was that? On an interview or something, and I have it. This is the third shirt now, Christy Gonzalez, that I've seen you wear that I'm pretty sure I own the same exact shirt. Like, they look identical. I thought it was pretty funny. It was you guys have seen me wear it. It was a green and black plaid, like button up. And if it's the same one, I got mine at Maurice's in like the plus size section because I like my stuff to be big, like my flannels. It looked like the same one. So Steve had a copy of the 1112 because I know that Steve had a copy of the Linda Lane, and that's why I asked the question today. So because I didn't want everyone to get mad at me for asking the question because I am with the Gonzalez family. You know, I'm all about them. I do think they're great, but you know, well, as they do. What's Squeaky say? She does seem like a good mom. And you could tell she was a fun mom, you know. I'm glad that Steve Jr. has found love in all of this though, you know. It's kind of cute. Can a cell phone be tracked without a SIM card? I would say no. Well, shit. Super. Actually, I don't know. Can you track? Because we followed another case where Chelsea Grimm, that she went missing, but she threw her SIM card out so that she couldn't be tracked. But it says, yes, it is possible to track a phone without a SIM card, but it depends on various factors and the methods used. Okay. So like you could use the built-in tracking services like the Find My Phone and stuff like that. Google Maps, phone tracking apps, like third-party apps, Google or Google account, IMEI number, or you can do like social media platforms. Some have like WhatsApp and Snapchat have like the feature where you can allow your location sharing to find it, I guess. Okay. So I guess it can be. We're learning stuff. We're learning some new stuff. Hey, Jenna. I'm like looking up. I'm still looking, like I'm scrolling up and I'm going back down. You think some disgruntled detective leaked it? Could have been. But who would be disgruntled, really? See, yeah, that's what I'm wondering too, because they did say, baby girl, they said, Dateline said that they've been gathering this information for 2 years. You know what I mean? You 200 lunches and gift bags delivered to the kids. Mary Beth, that is amazing. You can always send me a lunch and a gift bag. I'll take one too. I'm just kidding. They're for the kids. They're for the needy kids. I just saw that up there and I was like, I'll take one. I love surprises. I love surprises. Well, I guess depends on the surprise. Have a good night, True Crime Lullabies. I'm not convinced they'll find the leaker either, Squeaky. I was gonna say, damn, yeah, do phones even have SIM cards? I was thinking that actually in my head. But I didn't know. Yeah, I think that they were two very scared girls. Oh, wow. What? I'm reading Aurora Rain. I'm reading your thing. I worked my ass off to the ground after losing her to pay for her funeral myself. Now, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. And I'm one of those people you ain't gonna see me chasing you around. You know what I mean? Tell me your story. Tell me your story. Tell me your story. Because there's people like that, you know, like vultures. And like these people, they lose their children or their loved ones. Someone said something to me the other day. I don't even know what it was, but I was like, I'm no Diane Sawyer. I'm like, I'm just trying to make the world a little better place and trying to make people smile a little bit. There's Higgins. How you feeling? We were all just talking about you. We were talking about how you feeling. BK sister. You think she's the leak? Maybe. What about this new Hewitt or Hewitt? I think he's adorbs. I think he's adorable, but you know, so I don't want him to be like a mole or anything. But he did just come into the prosecution, like what, a couple months ago. So when was this information? I wonder when it was leaked. Like, you know, Dateline said they've been working on this for 2 years, but when really, you know? Because my eyes would be on him. But I hope not. Because I think he's adorable. Thanks, Zuper. I know, I think I said it would. You're not doing a very good job covering the Idaho 4. I don't know if that's how he talks. I just picture it like that. And I'm like, well, damn. It's gotten me to 20,000 subscribers, and I've been doing it since November 16th, I think, of 2022. I think we're doing okay over here. A little better than yesterday for sure. Oh, that's good. I knew you were. I said she's working. They said, everyone's like, she's sleeping. I said, bet you, what if she's working? What if she's working? But that's really nice for you to do that. Going home tomorrow, took her out to eat for her birthday. Oh, that's the 20. That's really nice of you, Ash. It's real nice. Really? Oh my gosh. All right. There's got to be something that people can do about that kind of stuff. That's just, oh, that makes me sick. Oh, Ashley, sometimes the comments can be cray cray. I do kind of have a Southern accent. I don't know where my accent comes from. It's just it's weird. It's a weird one. My family is from Philadelphia. So growing up, they would correct my grammar a lot. Like if I said certain words, they would correct me. But now it's like a free for all. So you'll hear me say y'all or like, but if my mom was around, she would have looked at me like, you all, like, not in a mean way, but I don't know. So I have like Ohio / like, I don't even know. I have like the Midwest Northern accent. It's just a very weird accent. If I'm upset, I sound like I'm from Jersey. And I think that's the Philadelphian coming out in me. But I don't get upset very often. Yeah, I'm glad that you were feeling better, Ashley. I appreciate that, Ashley Lauren. We got two Ashleys in here tonight. The Midwest, yeah. Well, it was so good to talk to you guys tonight. I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me. We've been on here for exactly 2 hours. So I'm gonna jump off of here. Oh, look. My dog's got like one paw off of she knocked the pillow down. So do you see this pillow? Look at this thing. Look at how small this thing is. Okay. So I got on Amazon to get a knot pillow. I have a knot pillow in my other room. Well, it's not in there anymore because I took it out. But the knot pillow that I had, I think I got it for like 50% off at Hobby Lobby. So it was like $10, which isn't bad, for like a decorative pillow. So I got it like that. That was a long time ago when we redecorated. Well, when we redecorated in here, I wanted to get like a pillow for that chair. And I have 2 pillows in that, like, whatever that is, basket, but I didn't want to use those. So I got this knot pillow. Look at how small this is. It's not even like a nice knot, but like this thing's really small. Let me put it up to like my phone. Like to give you, this thing was like $25. The dog just knocks it on the floor every night. I should put it somewhere else, but I'm like, I thought it was going to be a lot bigger. And then when I got it, it was like smashed. So then I thought, it'll expand, and it just never did. So yeah, don't buy your pillows on Amazon, them little cheap skates. Or always maybe like measure. That's my problem. I don't measure stuff. And then it comes in and Vincent's like, that's why. And then I have to like take, I have to always go and take something back. But I do like that little knot pillow. It's cute. Maybe I need to stretch it out, but I don't want to break it. Midwestern accent. Customer service. You do customer service? They always know. Oh, Ashley is definitely Southern. But if you looked at her, you wouldn't picture. Like when I look at you, I don't picture you with a Southern accent. But when you open your mouth, it's complete. So it's just apple pie. Yeah. And did you guys know that Amazon is doing like cheap stuff now? Has anybody been on the Amazon? Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you what it's called. Because I think I'm gonna get like these workout shorts on there and see what it's like, what their product is like. Because it has to be soft. I don't like stuff that's not soft. Every time I come on here, when I come on my computer and I type in Amazon, it goes straight to that little book holder that I got for you, Ladybug, for Christmas. That's cute. It's called, is it Rufus? No, that's something else. Amazon Haul. So at the top of the screen, it'll say Amazon Haul, and they literally have like prices that are comparable to like Temu or Shein. And they all come within like, a few days. I think it's like a week or so. Maybe it takes like a week or less than a week. But I mean, it's different. It's different. I don't know if you guys know about it, but it's there if you want to try it. It's just kind of like you're on Amazon Haul right now. Doodlebug, it was addicting the other day. I was on there. I was like, I had like 20 things, like 20 items in my cart, and it was like $100. I was like, where have you been all my life? But I know that I'm pretty good at like with clothing, knowing if it's a good buy or not. You know what I mean? Like that's my thing. That's my thing. I can do clothing, but if not, you can always send it back too. So. Oh, I bet it's in the voice, Ashley. Plus your attitude. I have stuff in my shopping cart. Like if like Vincent looks at it and he like wants to pass out, and I'm like, I don't want all that stuff. Well, I do want all of it, but I don't want all of it. Like I'll put in, let's say I want to get like a light, like for our bedroom, I want to get like one of those lights that like hang, like pendant light someday. So I have like 50 pendant lights, in my shopping cart. Because if I like something, I just add it to my cart so I don't forget where I found it. And then he will go on there and he's like, 50 items in your cart. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not getting all those. Those are the items I like. Oh, because it has a trampoline on the end of it. You work at Amazon, Ashley? Look at that. Do you get a good discount? I'm like, yeah, what are you buying us, Doodlebug? Trying to think of something I need. I don't need anything actually. I do need some shorts for summer. I have I think 1 or 2 pairs or something. Yeah. Yeah, my sign. I got that actually it's kind of bright. I think I need to turn it down maybe. That's why you can't really. Well, I guess I can read it if I really look. I think it's up all the way. If we turn it down too much, it like looks like it's blinking. Like that looks better. Now see how it looks like it's kind of like blinking. Oh, whoa. I'm gonna put it all the way up on high. Whoops. Maybe up one. Like when you look at it, it doesn't do that. It's the camera because it's trying to like focus on me. It's supposed to focus like, see how like it was really weird right there? Because the camera, like it's trying to like focus, focus on my face instead of like focusing on, I guess, the background. No, like $100 a year sold and shipped by Amazon and free Prime. Oh. They should give you a little more. I'm just reading the chat. Oh, he did the buy now option? He didn't even add it to his cart. They said that I know he added one to his cart and then took it out, but maybe he did the buy. Well, but that would be stupid because he bought the sheath, the knife, and the sharpener. You think you buy that all together, right? Sometimes you can get a better discount. Sometimes you can get same day delivery. I guess he probably didn't need same day delivery, but did they really? Tina, they better not empty my cart. Oh, yeah, Ashley working on Amazon. Working on Amazon just means you spend your checks on everything. Yeah, I would do that too. I did that when I worked at a boutique. The boutique that I worked at was a curvy girl boutique, so I got all my jewelry there, and then I'd go to the straight sizing boutique right across to get my clothes, and then right beside me was the home store of it. All my money went there. Thousands. Oh my gosh, thousands. I hate to admit it. And now I don't wear any of the clothes. I still have them if I ever get that small again, which I don't think I ever will. I always tell Mary Beth I need to get her on my Facebook because that's where all my clothes are. Like my Poppy and Ari Facebook, it has a bunch of like consignment on there. So, and she's super teeny tiny, and the clothes are super teeny tiny, so they would look really cute on her. But I'm gonna jump off here. My dog's snoring. Where's the other one? Oh, one left me. I don't know why I do that to myself. Like instead of just going this way, I go all the way around. But thank you for being here tonight with me. I appreciate it. We hit 20K, we did it. Feels good. Like hard work really is starting to pay off, which it's always paid off. I feel like even when, if we have 5 people in the chat, we have 10 people in the chat. That's 5 or 10 more people I had before than I had before, But thank you guys. I appreciate it. We were literally at 19,999 when I sat down for the live. We could not get past like 995. And I was like, what is going on? We've been doing so good. Like our numbers we've been going up. And I think it's because I was wanting it so much. Do you know what I mean? Like I was wanting it. So I was like, don't want it so much. So then I went to get on the live and it was like 19,999. And I was like, this can go either way tonight. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. But I'll be on tomorrow evening to do a live. I might come on tomorrow. No, maybe not tomorrow during the day. But if me and Vincent do not sit down tomorrow, which we are, we're going to sit down tomorrow and we're going to figure out the Discord, which I've already been on there today. And I got it like the room privated and stuff. I've been trying to figure out how to do it. So if he can't figure it out and I can't figure it out by tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to come on and do a live and have one of you guys help me with it. So I will see you guys all later. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how.